Hello, I'm Angela.
And I'm Marie, the second half of this mother and daughter team.
Welcome to Chakra Checkups.
We're here to guide you on your quest for spiritual knowledge and enlightenment.
Welcome back to another day with Chakra Checkups.
Welcome back.
So it's been a fun morning around here, waking up with the birds chirping
Connecting to nature.
and connecting to nature, going walks on the beach. We're having a great time.
We saw a whale.
Yeah, there's the first whale starting to show back up, so that's been really exciting.
Say they're not connected or complain about their ability to be connected and how they're stuck in their anger, their upset, or whatever's going on. And they doubt if they have a connection. They don't know if they have angels. They don't know if they're connected to spirit.
Do you think that's just because they're not very connected within themselves?
I think it's because they turn off the connection. I think the idea that we need to connect is actually the big lie.
What do you mean?
Well, because we are already connected. Every one of us is connected to every other one of us. Every one of us is connected to our angels, to however you phrase it, God, spirit. We're connected to our higher self. We're connected to the planet. We're connected to everything. It's like we're literally in a fishbowl.
Okay.
And the consciousness is the water, and we're all in it.
Okay.
And you really can't be out of it.
Okay.
It's just not possible to be out of it.
Okay.
You can't be a fish out of water. There's no options. We're here. We're in it.
You mean
So
like we're being watched all the time and we're just these little fish swimming around the pond?
well, in a way, yes. And just like the water, they can't survive without the water. We can't survive without connection. So it never stops. It's always there. And the lie is, I'm not connected. I don't know how to connect. I'm not sure what to do. I have no, you know, I have no sense of spirit. I have no sense of God. I have no sense of angels. I have no sense of my higher self. I don't have any dreams. But in all of that and being stuck in all of that, you actually are connected to it all. And the only thing that's stopping you from experiencing that is you.
Okay.
It isn't that you aren't, I don't know, too much of a bad person or you're bad karma and you're not allowed to go there. You have turned it off.
So it's kind of like we're in the matrix and we're connected into the reality and we just need to wake up and take the red pill, the blue pill, which one I don't remember which one it was.
Exactly. Well, I remember when you were a little girl, I don't know which pill it was, but you said, who'd want to take the red one and go back to the blue one, go back
Go back to the happy world where
right, exactly. And then you walked out like that's enough of that movie.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's already there. And so what happens when people have become spontaneously enlightened is really they just say enough already. I am there. I'm in the now and I am there.
So it's less of the if you're there, I'm ready to see it, but like the acceptance of knowing that it is already there.
Well, that's a lot of it. I mean, I think that's a lot of it. I decided a long time ago. I thought, well, I've been praying since I was a little girl. I've been meditating for years. I do good things for people all the time, every single day of my life. So why would I assume that spirit, God, angels weren't on my side?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of have fear and doubt and assume it's not there, just let go and assume that it is there and trust it. Take the leap.
Take the leap and trust it.
Of course I'm safe. Of course I can do mediumship. Of course it's all fine. I mean, if they're not protecting me, who are they going to protect,
Well, let's say you're like the top 10% of the good humans out there with doing random acts of kindness and praying every day. I think like I can speak for the average human who might not be doing a lot of that as an everyday practice, not, not at least like meditating every day, or not, praying before bed and things like that. And so it's easier to look at maybe the flaws of like, maybe it's not available for me because I'm not doing enough.
Right, but that's not the truth. Again, that's the lie. It's not about not doing enough, because you're already there.
Okay.
No, you're already there. You've already got the ticket. You're in Disneyland, So
So you just have to go and play on the rides.
right, exactly. You're not in line. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to pay anything. You're already there. I think part of the thing that makes people very resistant is it scares the hell out of them to think that their thoughts, their feelings, that their angels know everything they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Your angel, whatever you're doing tonight, your angel's watching. And even when you're thinking, "Oh, fuck," the angels are still watching. So, and that's the truth of it. When I tell people your angels know you very well, I mean it. I mean, they know everything you're thinking. They know everything you've done, and yet they're still there for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think, well, given the week I had, no way my angels will connect to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's you. That's the only person that's really judging you. It's not your angels, it's not the divine beings. You're the one that's judging you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the one that's shutting yourself down and stopping your ability to connect. But if you just said, okay, I'm human and there's infinite mercy and love, so of course I'm connected.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we're all here for the human experience,
Well,
right? And
yeah,
nobody is perfect, and everyone has flaws and trauma and upset and anger at some point in their life.
right. And I'm not saying you should have a blank check and just go out and misbehave wildly and, sort of.
Oh, they know everything? Okay, well, in that case.
In my early Catholic days, even then, I kind of had a problem with the idea, you can go out and do anything and then say the rosary a number of times and that's it, you're clean again. But there's some truth to that. You don't probably even need to say the rosary, because it's not like you're not connected, and it's not like it's not available to you.
Mm-hmm.
But we put ourselves through stuff because of our own guilt or shame or doubt or fear. And somebody said to me just this morning, well, if I let go of all my anger, who would I be?
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, you can either be your tiny, mewing, whining, angry self, or you could be this glorious being of light. You could be this glorious, powerful, happy person. What do you want to be?
Oh, I want to be angry all the time, clearly.
Well,
No, but I can resonate with like what he was saying. Like, well, what would I do? What would I be? Because we get into these patterns where like we're so used to being caught up in that, and I think a lot of people struggle from change of any kind,
they do.
whether they admit it or not. I think change can be hard because we do get into the patterns of the things that we're used to.
Right. You're familiar with your angry self.
Yeah.
You're familiar, that person, you feel pretty comfortable in that outfit. Not like you're happy, but you know how it goes.
Uh-huh.
You have your sarcastic retorts, you have your ways of, fighting back, and those are all things you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, those are all of your automatic reactions.
Right. And if you let them go, if you stop them and you just started being spontaneously happy and joyful, when this person said to me, what would I do? What would I be? You would be in the now.
Mm-hmm.
You would be in a space of creation, creativity, love, joy, and spontaneous magic.
Okay, so I think we're gonna need some tips. How do we be in the now?
Well, I mean, the first part is just to grasp what I'm saying. It's
It's all there for
it's
you.
all there for you. And The ticket to the magical kingdom
Okay.
is to just say, I got it, I'm there. I am willing to be there. Willingness is a big part. Start with being willing. I am willing. I get it. The only problem is me trying to tell myself to shut up and stop being spiritual. I mean, people even sometimes they'll start to feel like really joyous and enlightened, and they get afraid and they go out and get super drunk or something. Do something to shut it down. I can't go there. This can't be me. I can't be this powerful.
Well, I mean, isn't that, I mean, I've had that. You experience something different, and then you're like, whoa, I just want to relate to my other friends. Let's go get a beer and just get a little bit more grounded again.
And that's okay. I mean, it's okay, but it's not. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm not saying you can't have a drink. I'm not saying you can't go out. In a way, what I'm saying, and I'm not saying just to misbehave wildly and see, because we don't want you to be sick or hurt or anything like that. But if you go out and decide to get drunk because you can't handle it, then you just say, okay, wow, this is the enlightened me doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And it's still okay. I'm still a person of light. That isn't going to change. It's always there. It's always there. And when you just say, okay, and let go, then what happens is things like some of the things that have happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly you're in a ball of white light
Mm-hmm.
and you are completely aware of how you're just this one speck of light in this cosmos of light, and that you're totally fine and you are completely connected.
Yeah, I mean, I think that all sounds really good. I think where it's hard to, believe that it's all there for you is when bad things do happen. And you're just like, if God's spirit and all of this good divine connection is there, then how can my sister die? How can my son die in a car accident, Or how come my baby is having problems? And, when these like really traumatic things happen, I think it's harder to believe that anything's available to you.
Well, I'm not saying that if you become enlightened, everything lines up and your life becomes perfect. But in terms of what happens around you, you can't change that. It's a grand mix of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
But but if you are trusting your spirit, trusting that you're connected, you'll heal more quickly, you'll process it better, you'll learn from it, and you'll move back into a place of joy and grace.
So is that just kind of a switching your thought pattern around from, oh, like this doesn't exist to like, okay, it's there. What lessons do I need to learn from this, or what healing do I need? Kind of a thing, or and then like asking for those guides for more help.
Well, the truth is, you don't need any lessons and you don't need to learn anything to get what you already have.
Okay.
Again, you're the fish in the water. You're in the water. You don't need to learn how to swim to be in the water.
Okay.
You're already there. You are already there.
Yeah.
You are connected. You're connected, and the minute you want to say, I'm connected, I am connected, it's even more real.
Okay.
But if you say, I'm not connected, then it's like putting a horse or a fish with blinders on, and they're just bumping up against the glass, and they think it's just, wow, there's all these limits. But you are connected. So it's really like, ultimately, it's a decision. Yes, I'm going to choose that. Yes, I am connected. Yes, all my friends really get what I'm thinking. All my angels see what I'm doing. I'm connected.
And what kind of connections are out there? Or how are we connected?
Well, first of all, you are definitely connected to your angels. There is no doubt about it. They are there with you from the moment you're born, probably from many lifetimes. And the other thing is, you can be connected to many angels, although a lot of times I'll just talk to someone about a couple of their angels. But it's not uncommon for some people to have many around them. Sometimes I've seen people with 10, 15, 20 angels because they're doing a lot of spiritual work. When I do a reading, I say, okay, I want Linda's angels to come and join my angels and any other healing angels we need, and and
Hmm.
just bring it all on, and let's get this
I
going.
want to talk to this person's team.
Exactly, and my team. I need my team to help, and I'll ask for that, and I'll see a lot of times a beam of light and a transfer of my consciousness to a different kind of a different phase or realm or dimension, however you want to think about it. But to get there, to get them to connect to me, you only have to ask. But if you're not fully convinced about that and you're still trying to experience that, which means you're kind of working against yourself, but that's okay. What helps is persistence.
Okay.
Persistence. You're like, okay, I know my angel's there, so show me a sign. Oh, well, whatever sign you showed me today I missed, show me another one. Well, another day went by and I'm still not convinced, so I need a better sign. I mean, I do this.
Is
I do
this one of
this.
these things where being more specific is like, turn the lights on for me or something?
Right.
Like, and you're like, okay.
It's not like they're not there. Okay, well, we're not making the connection the way I need. Give me another way to do it. You
Hmm.
know, just be very persistent. I need something else. Okay, that didn't work. Try again. Because I'm knowing that I'm connected, so if I'm not getting it, what do I need to do? Or I need you to do something.
Uh-huh. What are some options there of signs that you think that we could ask for that might?
I was walking down a road in the forest and I thought, if I if I have an animal spirit, like, an animal totem or spirit, which isn't really that much my thing, but I'd be open to finding out about that. The minute I said that, this owl swooped down within like 2 inches of my face, put its wings way out, and then and then went away. I'm like, whoa, I wonder if that means anything. So I'm pondering that, and I go back to my cabin, and there's these two visitors, and I never got visitors. And then this one girl sees me, and she goes, "I have something for you. I'm gonna go get it." And I didn't know her at all. I never met her. And she came back in with this rattle that had an owl painted on it. And she
Okay.
says, "I think this is for you." I go, "Okay, this may be a sign."
This might be a sign, yeah.
So if that's not happening, then tell them up the game here. Come on,
Yeah,
angels.
I mean, that's a pretty damn good sign.
That's a
And
pretty good
so
sign. Yeah.
that's definitely a better sign than when I'm like, okay, come on, Angel, show me you're there. And I'm like, I see a little flash of color. I'm like, does that mean
Yes, it
anything?
does. Yeah,
Am
show
I
me a sign.
making
I
this
see a
up?
flash of color. Well, that's on a daily basis. The angels, when I want something, I'm talking to something, and I want to know if I connect, I'll get a flash of light. That's pretty common. And I think that's, you
I
know,
think it goes the most easily to be like, I'm just seeing random things, or that doesn't mean anything too.
when I'm doing a soul retrieval with somebody, their soul goes in. I see a flash of light from the angels. Okay, we're there.
Hmm.
And then I'll usually say to the people, do you feel that? And yes, I felt that go in. I said, I thought so. I saw the light. So one of the quick ways you can learn to interact with your angels is pay attention to those flashes of light and just say, okay,
Like, don't discount them.
like if the angels like tapping you on the third eye, bing, 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 bing,
Yeah.
light, 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 light.
Yeah.
And so you are getting connection. And if you want to be more specific,
That flash of light didn't work for me. Please send me another sign.
right, you want more from your angels, then you have to work with your angels.
Okay.
What will never work is just to sit around and wait for a sudden major download and you become Jesus.
Okay.
That will not happen. So,
Okay.
I mean, occasionally there are stories about that happening, but I guarantee you those people didn't just do nothing either.
Okay.
So that won't happen. This is an interactive game, and Most people don't believe that'll ever happen, so certainly it'll never happen. Again, you're already connected, you're already there. So
So how do we be more interactive?
you start to think of yourself as that. Don't think of yourself as, I am not really this angry person. I'm playing the part of that. The real me is a fabulous, connected, spiritual, enlightened, happy, joyous, creative person.
Okay.
Now, do I feel that every minute? No, I don't. But when I'm not, then I think, oh well, that's the mini me whining and screaming, and isn't that interesting? Even if something horrible happens, your cat gets run over or something, you're going to feel sad, you're going to feel devastated, you lost your best friend, all of that. And then you just recognize, well, that's the enlightened me wailing and screaming right now because I'm feeling hurt. And that's okay too. And am I less enlightened? No.
Hmm.
Am I less connected? No.
I'm just having a tantrum.
Having a tantrum, justified, because this thing that I didn't want to happen happened. But it isn't that you carefully thought out that that would never happen either. A lot of times people are caught by surprise because they're going along unconsciously and they set themselves up. Perhaps you forgot to let the cat in, so it went to look for food elsewhere. But you have set yourself up in many circumstances for things to happen, and then they happen,
Like you mean good and bad?
good and bad. Oh, so, I mean, if you get drunk and get in the car and you get a ticket, no, that's not bad karma. That's just you set yourself up for that scenario, and it happened the way it's most likely to happen. And you learn from those things.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't know. I had a neighbor, he got a drunk driving ticket, and then he got another one, and then he got another one.
I mean, I know a couple of people that got drunk driving tickets in the States, got their license revoked there, so then they just moved to Mexico.
Well, well,
Like,
then so this guy, then he got another one, and he decided instead of appearing, I'll go to Alaska. So he's up in Alaska, drinking in a bar, and his friend says, "I'm too drunk to drive. Will you drive me home?" So he was driving him home. The light went out in the back of his car. They were pulled over because of bad light, and then they went, "Wow,
really have a record
you're
here.
a criminal on the run."
Yeah.
And he called me and he said, I was transported with these really hardcore people. I mean, and now I'm in prison for 5 years. And he did. He was in prison for 5 years. And then at the end of the 5 years, they said, if you just take this rehabilitation program for a month, we'll cut time off your sentence. And it'll be 4 years, 11 months. And he said, screw you. I get out in another month. And they added another
Added 4
six
times.
months to his sentence. So, I mean, it's a learning curve. Then I think he decided not to drive drunk anymore. So
Well, and I guess some people need all of those things to happen before they're really getting the message and
I
stuff.
guess, I mean, we set ourselves up for lots of things, and then we go through lots of things. But does that mean that the angels have left us? No,
Yeah.
no, they cannot prevent you from doing what you want to do. And it's not the job of angels to protect someone when they're just doing something
Like they're misbehaving.
misbehaving, stupid. I mean, if you want to go out there and be an idiot and jump off a cliff,
So common sense does come into play here.
okay, well, hopefully it's common. So that's up to you, and that's a choice you're making. There are still, even if you're enlightened, you're in a physical world, in a physical body, and that all comes into play. Gravity doesn't go away. Um, you can still drown if you breathe underwater with no equipment. All of that is still into play,
Mhm.
but you're still connected. You're connected. On the bright side, your divine spirit, your God for many people, however you want to look at it, the creator of all of nature and heaven and earth, will heal you. And you can always have instant healing. It is always available because you are connected. You can always have instant healing. It is always available.
Mm-hmm.
And we get caught up in our own dramas. I do. I've been had a lot of years being ill, and then I've had times when I've just, okay, enough of this. I lay down, heal me now, and I wake up and I'm 100 times better. So we torture ourselves with different diseases, with autoimmune diseases and things, cancers, and we say these are not healable.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy to believe that when the doctors or the people that are supposed to have more knowledge on the subjects are telling you that it's not healable
Yeah.
and stuff. And so then you start to believe it, right? Like, well, nobody else has cured this, and so why would I be the one to cure it?
And I'm a bad person, so I deserve it anyway, and I must have been bad in my past life, so this is karma, and I'm going to suffer, and I must take all these drugs, and now I have a very low quality of life because I'm spending all my money on prescriptions, and it goes on and on.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen so many people, hundreds and hundreds of people in my lifetime, who just said, I had a change of heart, and they were healed.
Mm-hmm.
That they instantly stepped out of that for a minute and stepped into their cosmic consciousness, their sense of being connected, and it's available. It is a choice. No matter how badly you're suffering and how much you're convinced that you don't want to be there, but you're stuck there.
Yeah, what is that choice? Just I don't want to be sick anymore, so come on, angels, help me heal.
That could be part of it. It can be complex because there's, again, that uncomfortable part of your personality which you are used to having and used to wearing. You have to set that aside and make a big leap of faith and say, oh no, I'm done here. I'm done suffering. And that's that.
Mm-hmm.
When I fell and broke my back about 8 months ago, I was taking care of my mother. I could not function with the amount of pain that I had. I was in a lot of pain. I broke some pieces off my spinal column. And I just finally went and laid down and said, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
I cannot have this level of pain.
Yeah.
And the pain stopped. I didn't have to take aspirin or anything. And the pain just got tremendously better. Because at that time I needed to be able to take care of her and I just could not be in that much pain.
Mm-hmm.
And when things like that happen to me, I think, wow, it's really that simple. How do we get that idea, that concept to everybody that they are that connected? It's just, lay down on your bed. If you're sick, go in, lay down right now on your bed and say, I'm going to go to sleep. You're going to heal me. I want to wake up better.
Yeah.
Do this now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what I've done, and I've done that on more than one occasion, and it worked pretty well. So again, that's available to you. You are connected to healing. You're connected to divine spirit. It's not going to change.
So what needs to change is just your decisiveness in the acceptance of we are connected, and then just start asking for things or
Yeah, or demanding them.
demanding them. Yeah.
Demanding them. I
I
mean,
like to be a little bit nicer to my angels than demanding everything, but
well, your angels know what you like and what you don't like. I mean, if they know if you've been being nice or not. Think of your angels like
I always say please and thank you.
your angels think of them like Santa Claus. They know
Yeah.
if you've been naughty or nice. You're not fooling them, but they don't have judgment. They're not judging you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying, "Oh, I'm not going to heal her because she got really drunk last week, so we're going to wait
We
for."
don't think she deserves it yet.
Right? They don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't in play, but it might be in your mind.
From how you've talked about connecting your angels before in other episodes, It sounds more like they're waiting to be invited to help.
Yes, exactly. They want to help you. They want to make everything better for you. But you can't it doesn't generally work as a clean slate, like make my life amazing, because what one person thinks amazing is not saying for another.
Sure.
If you said make my life amazing and then someone gives you a dog, you might think,
Like,
crap,
how am I going to feed this dog?
this is something I really, really didn't need. So you need to be very precise and very demanding and have a lot of repetition
And then just believe that it's there.
and just believe it's happening. Just, I want to go to the divine hospital. Send me there. If you wake up and you don't notice any difference,
Assume that you went.
you assume that you went, or maybe you need more sessions. I still want to go to the divine hospital. I was telling people, I've told people before, when I started asking to see my past lives, I asked every night before I went to bed, and in a year, I remembered about 22. So that's
365 days and 22 days that you saw something.
right, exactly.
So we're looking at, I want to do the math on this.
Basically 343 days that nothing happened. Again, you need to have some persistence to get yourself over your belief system that there is no connection. Because most people, if they say, okay, I'll try it one day, okay, heal me, I want everything perfect in my life, I want lots of money, I need a new job, send me a gorgeous guy to be living with, and then nothing happens. And then
They're
you're
like,
like,
it's useless, it's not there, it
it,
doesn't exist.
I don't deserve it, it didn't work.
Yeah.
And for all you know, the angels are scrambling around setting this all up, and then you blow it all out the window.
When you ask for things and then stop believing in it, do you think that like cancels what you had asked for?
It's not a matter of stop believing, but if you change your mind,
Uh-huh.
and you say this is not going to happen, then you're putting that thought form out. I'm not connected, this is not going to happen, I knew I wouldn't get it.
Uh-huh.
So then that's like saying, well, these are my new demands.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I know my life is screwed up, it's always going to be screwed up. Oh wait, I want to, okay, show me a miracle.
It's
I
kind of
knew it
like
wouldn't happen.
canceling that order unintentionally.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
You're like, I've ordered the gorgeous man to show up on my door. That's not gonna happen. It's like, oh, do you mean you would like to not have this item shipped out?
well, kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like going on Amazon, want it, cancel it,
Return.
return to sender. So, make your religion is what you constantly say. So you constantly say, I'm screwed up, nothing's going to happen, nobody's going to meet me, my, biological clock is running out. You just go on and on like that all day, and then you spend like 2 seconds saying, okay, I'm ready for a miracle. Oh, I knew that wouldn't happen. My life. So what you constantly chant in your mind is what you're saying in your connected position in the universe that you want to experience.
So those repetitive thoughts, that's what you're saying is like most likely to happen. Not the moments where we're feeling connected or enlightened, but like those unconscious, constant core beliefs.
That you're saying that because you're saying this is my universe. This is how it is. And even with all of that going on, sometimes when you do just say, okay, I'm gonna let go and change my mind, you can have some amazing, miraculous shift. And I know people that have been completely cured from autoimmune diseases. I know people that have been completely cured from pancreatic stage 4 cancer. My friend Donna had 27 tumors, was completely cured from that. And a lot of these people, they did not find some wonder drug.
Right.
What they all did is said, I'm a
I'm
woman,
sick of being sick.
yeah, I'm sick of being sick. I'm done. I'm done. I'm changing it. A woman completely cured from MS. So it's a matter of changing your mind and being in the connected state of divine grace, which is always there. You're already in it, and you accept that. You don't have to become a nun or a priest, or you don't have to go into a cave. You can still go drink beer with the guys or girls or whatever, friends. But at the same time, you begin to see, yes, I'm connected. I'm connected to everything. The same thing goes for your abilities. Now, I talk to people, I say, well, you're very psychic, you're a medium, you could do remote healing, you could be a healer. And they say, oh, I can't be a healer. I said, no, you already have that. I know. They say, I know you say that, but that can't be true. So I say, okay, think of a stream of light going from your head and your heart and down your arms and into your hands. And then they say, wow, my hands heated up.
I was like, there you go.
They're glowing. Some people even say they're light shooting out of my hands. Okay. So where did that come from? That I didn't make that happen. You didn't just learn that. You are that. You had that. I mean, everybody out there in the audience right now, think of that. Think of breathing, sending a stream of light from your head and your heart into your hands. And in a minute, you're going to feel that. When you feel that energy, hold your hands out about 6 or 8 inches and feel the energy bouncing back and forth between your hands. That is healing light that you can produce because you are connected and you have that ability.
Mhm.
Then take and think about that light, put it wherever you're the most achy, and breathe and think of that light going into that part of your body. The reason you can do this is because you are connected to your angels. The healing comes through your angels. You're connected to divine spirit. You are a fish in the fish tank, and it's already there. I tell people you don't need to take any classes because you don't.
It's already there. We just don't know how to use it.
Well, you use it just like I was just saying. And if
But
you're
maybe I need to take a class because I need you to hear it and say it again.
in your case, you're a special case.
Oh, I think I'm just very logical I don't think it's bad to take a class when sometimes you want more instruction.
Well, okay, take a class, take
Take a
100
class.
classes, but you won't be any more of a healer in 100 classes than you were
From day
when you
one.
started.
Yeah.
Yes. But you might just finally say, okay, I accept that. I accept that.
Yeah.
When I went to Brazil and I connected to these spirits, they're called penas, which means feathers, or caboclos. They're these really amazing astral healers that just appeared to me and started working with me. And people came up to me from Brazil and said, how did you do that? I've been trying to do that for 20 years and I have never been able to connect to them. How come they're connecting to you? Well, I think the difference is maybe they were trying and trying and trying instead of just being there.
Mm-hmm.
I just went there thinking, wow, everything's going to be a miracle, and my trip was pretty miraculous. It was mind-bendingly miraculous. But that's what I expected to happen
Mm-hmm.
from the very start. I just feel like when I go to Brazil, I'm in the land of the heart and magic, and everything is fabulous. So that was my mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And because I am already connected, as all of you, everyone listening, it can work. It is very much a conscious change, a conscious effort in a system of consciousness. So you have to bring it into your conscious mind. You've got to think about it instead of thinking about the bleak existence that you feel you're trapped in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to, but you can. You have the option. You have the choice. Your abilities, your healing ability, your remote viewing ability, your ability to see ghosts, to see the present, the past, the future, your lucid dreams. These aren't evil enemies sitting on your crown chakra trying to taunt you. People act like their crown chakra is enemy territory. This is the divine you, and everything that you have available to you, you earned in many lifetimes being a fabulous person. So you don't have to try to connect to it. It's already there. It's like walking into a room. This room is dark. Let's turn on the light. That's all you have to do. Turn on the light and say, yes, I am a divine person. I am a 10,000-watt light bulb in the darkness. I am a seer. I am a shaman. I am a medium. I can do remote viewing. This is who I am. And I'm going to be who I am to my greatest potential. That's a choice. You already have it. And even when you think, there's nothing I can do, I I talked about a few times about that car wreck. I think I've talked about it in this wreck happened right in front of me. Two cars collided, and I decided I'm going to go over and help these people. That was my first thought.
Mm-hmm.
Give me everything we have that might be useful, which wasn't much, a bottle of water and some paper towels, and I'm going over there. And then when I went over there, clearly this woman had either something broke in her head or her jaw because she was bleeding through her teeth.
Mm.
And I said, okay, I'm going to do the best I can. And she said, I'm leaving now. I go, oh, no, 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 you're not. You're going to stay right here with your children. And I just started pouring as much, saying to the angels, whatever mercy and healing is available for this woman, just channel it through me and help her.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of snapped out of it. She came to a higher level of consciousness, and she opened her eyes and she was looking at me. And I thought, well, okay, we're making some progress. I didn't really expect to totally heal her, but I wanted to stabilize her until the ambulance came.
Yeah, other help could come.
Other help can come. And then I went over to the other woman, and she was having trouble breathing. The seatbelt had hurt her chest, and I put my hands on her chest, and then she started to breathe better. Her heart rate like calmed down a little bit. And then I heard the EMTs coming, so then I left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but if you have this healing ability, even though you think maybe the heat in my hands isn't going to do anything, it's there. You can use it, and you could literally save somebody's life with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you have to do. You don't have to, nothing you're like, oh, I gotta heal. No, you just think whatever mercy, love, and healing can channel through me in this moment to this person. Please make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to do. And it will work. There's no possibility that it won't help. It is possible the person was too far gone and they're going to die. But even then, they're going to cross with more light than they would have had before.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no possibility you won't do some good. And there's no possibility that nothing will happen. It will always help. Just like a guru that's sitting in a cave and just making light. Even if you don't have any sense that it's going to help, it's going to help. And it's very possible that in the village around that guru, there are people that had started to get cancer and then it went away. You don't know that, but it does help.
Yeah, I mean, I think I go into the quote from Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think
Is it getting help from you and the angels want that person to have help? They'll
they'll
find
send
another
someone
way.
else.
Yeah, there's other people out there. You're not the only option. If you have a bad day, you can say no. If you never want to touch a person or heal a person, it's okay to say no. Does that make you less connected? No, not a bit. Does that mean
They don't pull the plug. They're like, oh, well, she's not doing what we want her to do.
does that stop your healing ability? No, not at all. It just means that you right now don't want to and you've turned it off for the moment. Can you turn it back on? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you want to. Anytime you decide. Like I said, you don't need any classes. It's already there. You already have it. You earned it. But you could put that light into your plants, into your animals, into your pond, into your water system, into your garden,
Into your water bottle.
into your water bottle, throat chakra, and then we're going to generate light. Let's see this as light. I said, start to see your throat chakra, the star in your throat chakra, as three-dimensional star, like a Christmas decoration, throwing light in every direction, sparkling and filling the room. Choose light. Every pain, every ache, every negative thought is dark relative to sparkling bright light of spirit. The more you declare and breathe and think and say and do, no, see it, say it, do it, that you are connected, you are light, the more it is real for you, the more you take on that mantle and you start to become that in a very tangible way. I'm eating my breakfast and these eggs are full of light. Everything. I'm wearing white clothing and I'm even lighter than, when I wore my black clothing. Everything is full of light. That's who I am. I am a person of light.
So we just need to step into who we've always been.
You don't need to, but it would be great if you did because you'll be happier. There's that yin yang balance in the universe, light and dark. So you can go, okay, play the dark side. Nope, I'm going to play the light side. Play the dark side. Am I still connected? Yes. If I'm being the dark side.
I kind of think everything's a gray area.
But you can go with, if gray wants to be your experience, go gray. Actually, most of the time when I see gray, it's transitional.
Do you see gray in me?
I didn't say that. Gray is transitional. If you're seeing it all as gray, where are you going? Where have you been and where are you going to? Probably the light side.
It better not be the dark side.
It's a choice. See it, say it, do it. I am light. I'm declaring that everything I'm doing is light. And I'm going to live my life as if I am connected. Because I am connected. Already have it. As one person called me one time and said, you just saved me $16,000 because I was going to a seminar to learn something that you had on your podcast that I would have paid $16,000 for. You already have it. I'm saving you a lot of money here.
Welcome to the world of free information.
You already have it. So, you don't need to go to a more expensive seminar will not make you more enlightened because you already are. You already are connected. Relax and be it.
Yeah.
Relax and be it. It's like that time when people said I disappeared. What did I do? I stopped being resistant. I walked up to the altar and I said, why make up some crazy prayer in my mind when God knows everything about me? My angels know everything about me. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just here. And I don't know, people said I disappeared. But I think I just went into a lot of light. I felt very peaceful, very serene, like nothing to worry about, nothing that you have to do, no sin that you cannot be forgiven from.
So you don't need to sign up for that seminar. We don't need to learn new things.
It's your choice if you want to learn. I mean, learning new things is great fun. And it's your choice.
You don't need to learn them to
don't
be connected.
You don't need to learn them to be connected. If someone says, oh, you are really so stuck and all your chakras are blocked and you're gonna need to take a 14-week course.
Yeah, to unblock those. It's going to take a
unblock
lot.
all those chakras and get, well, you already had that when you walked in. So if you want to go through these machinations and spend, $16,000 or whatever you're going to spend, and then you're going to say, and then I'm going to be enlightened. Guess what? You will be. But you could have said that before you walked in and you still would be, because the only thing that would change is your mind. There's nothing anybody outside of you can do to make you more enlightened
Mm-hmm.
or make you more connected, because you already are connected. So there's the big con, the big lie, is that you're not there. You are there. And everything is going to be miraculous.
At the very least, you'll be more in the now with joy.
You'll start, yes, the more you are in the light and in the present, the more you're laughing. So if you're not laughing a lot, come into the light.
Turn the lights on.
It's fun. It's more fun here. Guarantee it.
I know I'm gonna turn the lights on more and be less in the gray. I'm gonna be connected now.
You are connected
Oh, I
now.
was already connected. That's right. I'll have to re-listen to this one again before it gets in my head, but
If that's what you say you need to.
see? Okay. I'm sure there's others like me out there. Call in, ask questions, tell us your stories. We'd love to hear from you. There's a link at the end of this podcast description. We also have just released guided meditations, guided by my mom Marie, edited with music by me. So those are available now under a monthly subscription for $2.99 for anybody that would like to have more guided meditations. There's also ad-free listening in there, so you don't have to listen to my voice talking about the different advertisements. And
And the more you listen to the meditations, the more enlightened and connected you'll be.
yes,
Because you
yeah,
already are.
we already because you already are. So that's great. We already have one connecting to your angel. So now that you believe you're connected, here's a guide to be even more connected. And
Can you be more of something you already totally are?
I don't know, but we're putting it out there, so it must be true. And yeah, and we'll have another episode for you next week. Please like, subscribe, share, all of that good social stuff for us.
We
Get
want
the
to
word
hear from
out there, and we'll have another episode next week.
you. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Bye.